Now what do I do? So today's video is going to be about performing an emergency reload on our firearms with an injured arm, meaning one of our arms is basically taken out of the fight. Either we've got shot in it, stabbed, maybe caught some shrapnel, or maybe we had some sort of injury that caused an amputation on that arm before we even got into this battle. And we've got to be able to manipulate this firearm with the use of a single arm. So let's go ahead and go through this step by step to do a single arm or injured arm reload. All right, so now we have that stimulus of slide lock, but only the use of a single hand. And I've got to be able to reload this firearm to get back into the fight again. So what I'm going to do is upon that stimulus of slide lock, I'm going to now bring this back into my workspace, simultaneously dropping the magazine. As I bring that close to my workspace, I'm now going to put that firearm back down into my holster, reach across, input that magazine, and now I'm going to find some sort of way to rack that. Now I have a few places that I can re-rack this firearm off of. I can re-rack it off of my holster like this. I can bring a foot up and rack off a foot. I can even use things like my pocket or my belt to reload this. And the position of that holster, whether it be inside the waistband, outside the waistband, or a rig set like this, doesn't make a difference. We always have multiple ways that we can reload this firearm and get it into battery. Obviously, it's gonna be a lot easier with a good, high quality red dot to take some of that brunt force and to give us a little bit of a larger area to kind of grab onto, but it works just the same with your standard iron sights. In addition to using the things that we have on our person, such as our holster or our pocket or our belt or our foot or our whatever, we can also use the objects in our environment around us too. We can use that wall, that barricade, cover, and concealment. We can use that table. We can use the confines and the objects that we have within that, parts of our cars, stuff like that, to simply get a good grab and rack that firearm off. And another practical way to rack this firearm is, especially for things like law enforcement use, is we can use that tactical shield kind of like we used in that last video we had of the No Access Armor's ballistic shield. And then after we've got that firearm racked and put back into battery, it's as simple as creating our good presentation again and then coming back into the fight again. All right, so now we're gonna go into some practical application of that single arm magazine change. Just like anything, we have to make sure that we practice the heck out of doing stuff like this. It's not just good enough knowing how to do it, we have to be practiced in doing it through repetition. And we have to make sure that this becomes muscle memory so that if something actually does happen and we're under extreme stress, we're gonna be able to perform a task like this. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and press the trigger on the subscribe button, and hit that little notifications bell so that you get notified when we drop cool new content like this. And as always, check us out on the web at d5rangesmarengo.com. We hope you had just as much fun watching this video as we did making it, and I look forward to seeing you next time.